Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Now in this lesson I'm going to be going through a detailed grammatical analysis of the following sentence. This is a complete jumla ismiyah and contains a number of parts that I'll go through inshallah. So what we have here is the first word, at-talibu. So this is marfu' because it's the mubtada and it's definite. In most cases the mubtada will be definite. Now following this we have an ism mawsul, alladhi. Now if you disregard what came after it and just looked at alladhi, there's two possibilities of what alladhi could be. It could either be a khabar or it could be a sifa. And the ism mawsul is definite. And that's why it can only be a sifa for a definite noun. So we have the ism mawsul, and following this is the silat al-mawsul. It's that which is joined to the ism mawsul to complete the meaning. So the one who, and then this is a jumla fi'liyah coming as the silat al-mawsul. Jalasa amam al-madrasa. So let's just look at this sentence here. Jalasa amam al-madrasa. We have the fi'l, jalasa. And who is the doer? It's the dhamir, huwa, which refers to the talib. And this pronoun is needed in the silat al-mawsul and refers back to alladhi. So they're both singular, masculine. And then we have amam al-madrasa, in front of the school. So this is a dharf, makan, and this is the mudaf ilayh. Now amama, we've spoken about this in some detail, is a dharf makan that is mubham. It's ambiguous. What does in front mean? In front of what, we could say. And that's why we need the mudaf ilayh to come after it to give it this extra information. So it's in front of al-madrasa. This whole structure is a sifa or na'at, whichever word you like to use for the adjective. This is describing at-talib, and this is not the khabar. If, for example, we were to remove this part here, this last part, because the khabar would be somewhere here, and we'll explain about the khabar, where it is. But if, say, min al-Hind was not there, and it was just at-talibu alladhi jalasa amam al-madrasa, then actually alladhi would be the khabar in this case. And the translation of that would be, the student is the one who sat in front of the school. For example, somebody wanted to ask about who the talib was. Imagine there were a number of people, and then the person would inform you, at-talibu alladhi jalasa amam al-madrasa. So at-talib, the talib, the student, is the one that sat in front of the school, and not somebody else that's, for example, let's say standing in front of the store. And here amam al-madrasa is actually a dharf, and it's linked back to jalasa. It indicates where the actual fi'l of jalasa is taking place. It's taking place in front of the school. And this is something very important when it comes to studying Arabic grammar, is that each structure is linked back to somewhere. And it's very important to know where it's linked back to, especially when it comes to things like the jar majroor or the dharf and many other things that we'll speak about later on inshallah. But here min al-Hind is mentioned. So min is a harf jar, and its main meaning is that of beginning, al-ibtida'. So this is a harf jar, ism majroor. Now we know that al-Hind is not an Arabic word, and so you would probably expect al-Hind not to have a kasrah, because it would be ممنوع من الصرف. But any word that is partially declinable, if you add the alif lam, it becomes fully declinable. Now here, this alif lam is an extra alif lam. It's called lam al-za'ida, and it occurs with some proper nouns, either names of people, like for example Al-Hasan, Al-Abbas, and also countries. For example, Al-Hind, Al-Yaban, Japan, Al-Sin, China. So these are some names that have this extra alif lam. It's extra because all proper nouns are definite, regardless if they have this al or not. Now, before I mention where the khabar is, because somebody asked about the khabar, where is the khabar? Min al-Hind actually is related to this khabar. Now, prior to mentioning this, I want to put up another example, a more simpler example to understand. Here we have الطالب في البيت, translated as the student is in the house. Now, remember we said that some words are linked to other words. Now, with the jumla ismiyah, the khabar is linked back to the mubtada. There's a relationship there. And what is there that links back to at-talib? It would be a pronoun that links back to at-talib. Here we have fil bayt, in the house. Harf jar ism majroor. There's no pronoun. Now what this indicates is that actually there's something omitted that's understood but is not mentioned. And the omission is at-talibu mawjudun fil bayt. The talib exists or is present fil bayt. Or we could also say at-talibu kainun. It comes from, this is the ism fa'il for kana. So either one, they both have a similar meaning, to mean to exist or to be present, fil bayt. And both of these would have a pronoun, which is the huwa, and here a huwa as well, that links back to at-talib, similar to what's happening here with the ism mawsul. So there's a huwa in jalasa that returns back to alladhi, and that's what links these two together. And similarly here, that's what links the khabar, which is mahdhuf, to the mubtada. And then this fil bayt, a jar majroor, and an important point about the jar majroor is that it needs to link back to either a verb or a resembler of a verb. And I'll speak about this in a lot of detail in the advanced course, the Hidayatu fi Nahwu course that goes through more advanced grammar. So in this case, mawjood, ism maf'ul, and here kainun, the ism fa'il. Both of these are considered resemblers of verb. So for example, kainun comes from kana. So we could replace, for example, this ism maf'ul with the verb itself. So we make it kana. الطالب كان في البيت. And kana can have the meaning to exist. For example, in the ayah, kun fayakun. It can also be translated as was. Here we're using it for the meaning to exist. And then this fil bayt indicates where he is existing or where he is present. Mawjudun. And mawjud also means either exist or present. So this jar majroor is associated to either the fi'l or the resembler of the fi'l. Now, min al-Hind. This is linked back to somewhere, to a verb or a resembler of a verb. It's actually the same omitted khabar, either kainun, mawjudun. So here, let's just put this in. So the full sentence would be الطالب الذي جلس أمام المدرسة موجود من الهند, or كائن من الهند. I want to just draw attention to one other thing regarding the harf jar. Here, this harf jar, fi, is actually used for with the meaning of a dharf. So it indicates the place where the existing or being present is taking place. Fil bayt. Here, we're using min. Min is used for al-ibtida', for a beginning point. Now, when somebody asks you, where are you from? Min ayna anta? Where are you from? Usually they're asking, which country are you from? Or where were you born? Where did your existence first begin? And then that's your life. So where did it begin? And that's what min indicates. A beginning point. So min al-Hind indicates where exactly your life started. So the translation of this would be, the student, the one that sat in front of the school, is from India or was born in India. And as we said, there is a dhamir here, the huwa, in mawjood or in ka'inun, that refers back to the mubtada, الطالب. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.